hold on 1 second before you skip for the people who do, because it's pretty much everybody. I want to preface this battle by saying this is easily the best battle we've had in UPA. If you watched our first 3 weeks, I've enjoyed UPA quite a lot, making videos, and I've enjoyed all of our battles, but this one just takes the cake. You guys are in for a treat. That's really all I got for you guys, but welcome to week 4 of the UPA. I am GYRO-74, and in this video we are battling Cahoots in our 4th UPA game. He is the coach of the Hawaiian Kommo-os. I don't know a crazy ton about him, but he was super nice when talking to him and setting up the battle, so that's always a positive. And on another note, he has a channel, as almost every person in this league does. So you guys should go check him out. His link will be prioritized in the description below because he's my opponent. Every week I do like to do a little bit of scouting plus just watching new content from whoever I'm facing. And of course I watched my opponent and I liked it a lot. So again, recommend go check out his channel down there. He is another team with a mascot pick because that is very popular in this league for some reason. We've already gone against 2 and myself has the mascot pick. So there's a lot of them. There's lots of other threats on his team, but why talk about that in the intro when we can go ahead and talk about that in the team builder? It's the same old routine as it's been the past 4 weeks. You see our teams, and I'll look over his team first. His team, quickly to go over it, consists of GMAX, INTELEON, HEATRAN, Kommo-O, TOGEKISS, DECIDUEYE, UMBREON, CRYOGONAL, MESPRIT, SCYTHER, WEEZING, and a little DUGTRIO-A. A few threats I want to mention. First, INTELEON. This INTELEON is A, GMAX, B, has Sniper, and C, has an insane move called GMAX Hydro Snipe. To give you guys a little bit of a reference, GMAX Hydro Snipe on a crit to a pretty SPDEF FERROTHORN, not max or anything, but SPDEF, does around 80 max. So you see how FERROTHORN's taking the hit. Imagine how the rest of my team takes it. And on top of that, I don't think I have anything faster than INTELEON this week on my team. So that thing is definitely the biggest threat. The second is going to be Kommo-O. My opponent has the Kommo-O HEATRAN core that I had in IBA, and while I'm not the biggest fan of it, I know it can do work. Kommo-O gets Clangorous Soul, so not only do I have to try and prevent INTELEON from using Focus Energy, I have to try and prevent Kommo-O from using Clangorous Soul, because then it becomes a big threat really fast. So definitely gotta watch out for that. HEATRAN's annoying, but not the end of the world for my team. And speaking of annoying, my opponent has UMBREON. Again, while my team's not the most weak to UMBREON, breaking this thing is going to be a big pain for my offense, so I definitely have to prepare for that quite a bit. Looking at this matchup, I would say it's like a 50-50. He has ways to win pretty easily. I have ways to win, as I'll get into soon. And one more thing I wanted to mention is that I'm not bringing GMAX Zard. This is the first week I'm not bringing my GMAX. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I thought with UMBREON always tanking hits, INTELEON being faster, I didn't have good coverage, and there was just better options on my team. So yeah, it's benched, and we'll see how that goes. In the GMAX League, I'm not sure the effects of that yet, but we'll see when we get into this battle here. And that's just a quick sum up of my opponent's team. What I am bringing to this game this week consists of FERROTHORN, THROH, FROSLASS, ROTOM-WASH, TRON, and KOMMO-O. I'm very well aware that FERROTHORN gets absolutely demolished by his tier 1s HEATRAN and Kommo-O, but if you look at the rest of his team, FERROTHORN has a really good matchup. FERROTHORN is rocking out with max HP, 156 defense with a relaxed nature, and the rest in SPDEF. Moves being Stealth Rock, Leech, Gyro Ball, and Body Press. His team really does lack some good fire and fighting coverage, so I thought FERROTHORN would be a really solid pick for this week's game. I have this particular coverage because anything except for Gyro Ball is good against like a HEATRAN switch-in. I do expect HEATRAN to be a good switch into this thing, so Body Press does a decent chunk to it. Just getting seeds off is a win, and if I get my rocks up, also a win out of the turn. So that's why I have this coverage. Very similar case with Kommo-O. Leech is really nice, rocks are nice, Body Press for some damage and whatever, and I like it. I don't have Power Whip for the INTELEON, however, that's the only reason I would bring Power Whip this week is for the INTELEON. And I don't think he's going to try and stay in on FERROTHORN with that thing. So I think just getting Leech Seed off is going to be very useful and could heal up something on my team later. But I think it's going to have a really good matchup, and that's kind of all I have to talk about with this Pokemon. Next up, for the third week in a row, THROH is coming to a game. I'm so happy I'm getting so much use out of this Pokemon that I thought I wouldn't be bringing too much. This is an Assault Vest set with max HP, 148 attack with Adamant Nature, and the rest in Spidef. Moves being Storm Throw, Knockoff, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch. This coverage kind of just shreds this team. I was able to put some attack investment into it because I didn't need any more Spidef. And just AV tanks so hard. This thing does not die to any one hit, basically. Knock is great utility and just things to chip down. I do plan on using THROH mid-game when he starts to try and bust out threats and like trying to break through things. THROH is right there to stop their attempts. If I use it too early, I could be giving up THROH's health for no reason, and if I use it too late, I don't get the full potential out of the Mon. So mid-game is the goal for this Pokemon, and again, so happy it's coming to another game. We can move on from THROH and talk about a Mon that is returning since its week 1 tear, FROSLASS. FROSLASS is coming to this game this week. This is an excellent revenger for almost anything on my opponent's team. The only thing faster than FROSLASS on this team is INTELEON, so I do have to be a little bit weary of that, of course. But besides that, triple AXEL is super spammable in this game, and if I can come in after something dies, it's almost a guaranteed kill with FROSLASS. Another thing I want to mention on this set is that, well, I have boots, which is cool, but I have spikes. And I'm not going to use it as a spikes lead, it's just in case it's like a last dying thing I need to do. The good thing about FROSLASS is that spikes is great because all his defoggers lose to FROSLASS. Like, DECIDUEYE gets wrecked by triple AXEL, TOGEKISS loses to triple AXEL, CRYOGONAL does not want to take a Poltergeist, for example. Things like that, and I'm not really too scared of setting up spikes because I feel like they're going to be there to stay at some point, which will give me some crucial chip for a certain Pokemon I can talk about now. ROTOM-WASH is our next Pokemon, and it is our win con of the week. This is absolute max speed to outspeed Kommo-O. Things I need to do for this thing to clean up is, I need Umbreon gone, I need chip on DECIDUEYE, and a little bit of chip on Kommo-O. Both which spikes help me out with. That's why I feel like they're going to be really handy this week to have. ROTOM-WASH is going to be a pretty big offensive threat. You can always tank one hit from INTELEON if it needs to, though a GMAX Hydro Snipe I think does have a chance to kill because I'm so offensive. So that's a little bit scary, won't lie. I have a Salic Berry. It's kind of just a throw-in item. It'd be really nice if it procs. It makes my life easier, but I don't have a particular way for it to proc. It's a simple set, nasty plot, 3 attacks, it just hits everything. It does give me some defensive utility for HEATRAN, though if it's like Specs Eruption, I don't take the hit well at all, so I definitely have to be a little careful about that. But that is going to be our ROTOM-WASH set. I'm moving on into our filler mons of the week. First up is Dragalge. Dragalge is holding the Black Sludge with the Adaptability ability, max HP, max special attack with a Calm Nature, moves being Dragon Pulse, Sludge Wave, Scald, and T-Spikes. Sludge Wave for Bulletproof Kommo-O. This is a filler mon that can kind of 1v1 almost everything on my opponent's team, which is really nice because if I can trade for something like HEATRAN, which is his Steel type, that would be absolutely amazing. I'm okay with that. I do say it's a filler mon again because it switches into TOGEKISS, which is what I needed on this team, and of all things, WEEZING, because I also didn't have a WEEZING switch in, so I'm completely okay with that. WEEZING is not a grounded poison because it's probably going to run Levitate, so T-Spikes are really nice here. T-Spikes are in the very similar boat as FROSLASS to Spikes, as FROSLASS beats all of my opponent's defoggers. Dragalge is the same except for CRYOGONAL and SCYTHER. SCYTHER should never be a defogger, and if CRYOGONAL comes, which I really don't think it will, then, you know, big props to my opponent there. But just the nice extra chip on like Umbreon, Kommo-O could be very helpful, and I think it's going to have a nice impact on this game. Finally, we have Comfey, the second filler mon of the week. This surprisingly has a really good matchup outside of HEATRAN and Alolan DUGTRIO, which again, don't expect to come. This is max special attack with a lot of HP and a little bit of speed. You guys see the moves there. The good thing about Comfey is that I can Calm Mind in front of a decent amount of things, and if I'm at +1, I can 1v1 basically anything on my opponent's team, except for the Pokemon I had already mentioned, which is absolutely amazing. I mentioned earlier that if one thing falls, it might open up the door for another. If HEATRAN falls, Comfey, the door opens. As I mentioned, if DECIDUEYE falls or Umbreon, then Rotom opens up. And that's why I liked Comfey on this team this week. It was really nice, just in case HEATRAN went down pretty early. And I needed another way to deal with Umbreon too. Another note I have written down here. But that is the Comfey set, and that is the 6 Pokemon we are bringing this week. Again, no GMAX Charizard. I'm really looking forward and not forward to seeing how this works out. But that's all you got for me from the team builder section. I really hope you guys enjoy this battle because it's a good one. We're going to head over to the battle now. So yeah, I'll see you there. Alright, so here we are on the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Cahoots. I hope that's how you say it. For this intro part, as I always do, I'm just going to be crossing out notes as I see a CRYOGONal on my screen, which is nuts. A lot of things I didn't expect here. No MESPRIT. There's a SCYTHER too. No Umbreon, so I should have brought Charizard. No DECIDUEYE, that's pretty nice. No TOGEKISS. I think that's it for, yeah, so definitely not what I was expecting here. I think I mentioned in the team builder, but I'll mention here, I'm incredibly scared of the Inteleon, just because if it starts critting through things on my team, then it could just easily destroy me, right? But luckily, Rotom looks amazing late game. Now, what do I want to start here? I kind of had a hard time deciding a lead this time. I'm thinking Dragalge, because it deals with most things, or FERROTHORN. I kind of like FERROTHORN. Yeah, I like FERROTHORN. Because I can get up rocks, and if he leads with either HEATRAN, Kommo-o, or SCYTHER, I have good switch-ins to all of them. So Kommo-o would be worst case, and everything else, yeah. So we'll lock in, and we're good from there. And I can cross out the notes while I wait. But again, I didn't bring GMAX Charizard because I thought Umbreon would just wall it. But since it's not here, I'm a little disappointed. But yeah, we'll see what my opponent wants to do here. So yeah. If you guys can hear the actual game noise, it's a little bit louder than usual on my thingy here. So there's that. Again, worst lead is Kommo-o. Best lead would be like INTELEON or something like that. As HEATRAN lead. So that's not great, but it could have been worse. As I almost led with Dragalge, which would have been amazing here. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to switch out. I do have Dragalge or THROH for this. I think THROH is pretty good in this game, right? THROH's pretty good in this game. So I can probably just go out into... You know, we're going to go THROH early. We're going to go THROH early. I think... Yeah, we'll go through early. This thing might be offensive. My Rotom's offensive, so I can't actually take hits from this thing well. If there's up rocks, I'm cool with that, to be honest. As we'll see what my opponent wants to go for here. As they fire off Eruption, so they are offensive. 137, down to 137. So, I can calc that. I feel like that's Scarf, but I don't quite know the calc here. Sorry, just calcing here. I want to find out what that is. As that is going to be probably Scarf. So what I want to do here is probably knock off. In fact, yeah, let's knock off. Because if I can knock off at Scarf, then that's a big win for me. So we'll see. You just withdraw, so yeah, I definitely made the right play. He's probably going to go on the SCYTHER or WEEZING. Teddy, that is going to be the WEEZING, so knockoff was the correct play. And I gotta be careful against around that thing. I knock off that thing's Black Sludge. I'm gonna get out of here and go out into Dragalge. No reason not to. If he sets up T-Spikes now, that could be annoying, but it's okay. As I'm still kind of just tweaking with my computer over here on the side. I think I got everything. Yeah. Alright, so Will-O-Wisp comes out. They do miss, I apologize, but that's pretty nice for me. I think I just want a T-Spike. Did this thing show Levitate? Oh, wait, no, he didn't show him because I think he is. So I think T-Spike's going to be the move here. It's going to be really nice in this game if I can get it off. Or should I just Dragon Pulse? Nah, I'll T-Spike first. I'm completely okay with that. Because I do want to Hazard Set this guy. If I can. He Pain Splits, alright. So that's fine. We get up our Toxic Spike here, which is going to be really nice for stuff like the Inteleon. I know he's got Cryogonal, but it's kind of whatever. And now I can just fire off a Dragon Pulse. And that's what I'm going to do. HEATRAN's kind of whatever, because I'm pretty spit F, obviously it's Dragolge, so I don't mind scalding that thing and doing some good damage to it. His probably best switch in here is Cryogonal, or just staying in and putting up T-Spikes of his own. That could be really annoying. He's shown Will-O-Wisp and he's shown Paint Split. He's got T-Spikes and he doesn't have Flamethrower, so that's something to note. Will I remember that? I don't know. As he does switch out, probably going out in the Cryogonal. Yeah, Cryogonal. So this will force him to defog or spin, or if he wants to, as I get some good damage off of Dragon Pulse most likely here. That does nice damage. Alright, so I'm going to switch out here. Of course, I don't want to take a hit from this thing. And I'm going to go out into THROH or FERROTHORN. Probably THROH FERROTHORN here. I don't like losing health so much on THROH early. So I'm probably just going to go out into the FERROTHORN and Body Press. So that's what I'm going to do here. Save this thing because Dragolge is pretty good here. For late game, probably just Nasty Plot with Rotom because it looks insanely good here, especially because I just got that chip off. He does Ice Beam. Let's see how much this does. It does a decent chunk. But now I can Body Press or Leech Seed. Probably just Body Press to be completely honest, though I kind of like Leech Seed too. Or Rock. There's some just not Gyro Ball, right? I don't want to Rocks because if he spins, it could be annoying. Let me throw up Seeds first. I don't really mind throwing up Seeds here. If he Ice Beams, then whatever. Annoying, but he withdraws. So let's see what he comes into. It's gonna be the Weezing. So yeah, made the right play there. He is Levitate, so. And I can just go right back out into Dragolge. I don't see an issue with it. And FERROTHORN is basically back up to almost full health. And we're feeling alright. The Cryogonal taking a lot of Dragon Pulse is really nice to see. So I'm not even going to think about it. Go straight out into Dragolge. And see it there for a second. Our matchup, I mentioned in the team builder probably, but our matchup isn't terrible here. It's like 50-50. I mean, our last matchup was really good, so I'm a little used to the luxury of having ease, while this matchup it's very even. So we'll see. Will-O-Wisp comes off. Misses my Dragolge again. I'm sorry. That chip would be really annoying for that Dragolge, so apologies for that happening. As I'm probably just going to Dragon Pulse again here. Yeah. If he Pain Splits, then whatever. There's a Leech Seed, there's the Black Sludge Recovery. I'm quite fine with it, to be honest. Nothing really wants to take this hit comfortably. This Weezing was low-key a threat for my team, only because Dragolge is my only good switch into this thing. I don't have a crazy amount of ways to immediately deal with it. But as long as this thing's around, then the Weezing should never be a big threat to my team. As he withdraws again, probably can go back out on the Cryogonal. He goes on HEATRAN. I'm content with this. Weakening the Eruption is going to be really nice, and I can Scald the following turn. So we'll see how much this does. Still is a decent chunk. This thing is definitely more offensive. And if I get rid of this, then what's his face is really nice. Comfey. So I'm gonna Scald here. If he Earth Powers, I'll do a chunk, but I'll live it. As he does Earth Power, but I can go out and throw the next turn. Yeah, as that does a little bit less than half, so I'm cool with that. As I'll Scald. Do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, I like that. That's big. So, do want to keep this thing healthy and around, so. Or do I need this thing healthy? Probably for the Weezing would be nice. He's locked in Earth Power, I assume, so I could probably go out on the Rotom actually. And fire off a Hydro Pump or Nasty Plot. Yeah, let's go out into Rotom now. I don't really fear too much from this thing. He does withdraw. If he goes out into he goes on Cryogonal. Now, this is normally okay, but this thing can get freeze dry, so I don't really want to stay in on my offensive Rotom on this thing. So I'm actually going to switch out and go out into either throw or FERROTHORN. So, switch. I kind of like throw as a switch in now, as I can knock off anything again. Yeah, we're going to throw this time. Because I am Assault Vest, so it shouldn't be doing too much to me. CRYOGONAL's not that strong. And we'll see what he wants to go for. Throw comes out. Freeze Dry, so yeah, I'm glad I switched. This should not do much. Yeah, there's a little more than I would like it to, but it's fine. And now I should probably just fire off Storm Throw or Knockoff. I think Knockoff might be more useful. So we'll just, we'll knock off, yeah. If he stays in, good play, but, like, I'm cool with knocking. If WEEZING wants to come back out, Dragal's just in right there, and I'm just in a fine spot for that. He does withdraw, so definitely the right play. As he goes out into WEEZING, right back out, and that's fine. I'll do a little bit of chip to it, not too much. And I just go back out into Dragal. If he predicts it, good play, but I don't really care too much. As using throw early and keeping Ferro for late game might be pretty nice for me. Especially because now HEATRAN's starting to get a little bit chipped. He might pull a double. I wouldn't be shocked if he pulls a double here. And where would he go? Back on the Cryogonal. It's just the same thing though, over and over again. And I'll get Black Sludge Recovery. I might lose throw in the process, but it's not the end of the world, to be honest. As I switch out, I forget if I think I was slower, so he doesn't switch, I don't think. As he Sludge Waves, so this is gonna do like nothing. Yeah, that does pitiful damage. And I just Dragon Pulse, it's the same thing. Yeah, no sense in not doing it. It's the button we click. The INTELEON is still a huge threat in the back, so this game is far from over. I have to stay in probably with that Dragal's or something if the INTELEON does decide to come in here and tank this Dragon Pulse. Or just comes in after a sack. But we'll see what my opponent wants to do here. It's been pretty quiet in the background so far, which is really awesome. I know my parents are leaving to go shopping at some point, so that's the only point when it will be loud in this house. So Cryogonal comes back out. This thing will be pretty low. It will live, but it'll be low. As we'll see how much this does. Good damage, good damage. This thing does get recover, but I mean, I don't really care too much. I almost want to stay in, but I don't know if that's a smart play, to be honest. And I might go out on the FERROTHORN this time. Yeah, no, I don't know if that's good. I'm gonna go back out on the throw. If he recovers, then good play. But whatever. I'll just continue to click knockoff. I don't mind going through the cycles. I keep reiterating over and over again. By the way, I apologize for these live comms. I do tend to repeat myself a lot, as I'm doing right now. But it just, I can only talk about so much, as he just spins away the toxic spike, so good play. I just click knockoff again. WEEZING's just getting chipped and chipped down. Pain Split's not going to be too much with the Dragalge, as he just stays in an Ice Beams. So, it doesn't really do too much. And a knockoff, and this thing should die. So Cryogonal goes down, and we get the first kill of the game. Throw was pretty low, and it was pretty good in this game. I think it was Boots. I wasn't quite looking. But at least getting rid of Cryogonal was really nice here. Rotom looks really good. So cross out Cryogonal off my notes here. And yeah, we'll see what he wants to bring out. Something like Kommo-O could come out here, or this comes out. Throw isn't really needed. It's nice, but it's so low to the point where I don't need it anymore. Let's see here. SCYTHER against the throw. How much time? I still have a decent amount of time left, which is nice. I could either knock off or ice punch. I feel like knockoff's fine. Yeah, we'll knock off whatever this has. Because I always have FROSLASS to revenge this thing. If he just knocks me out, then I should have switched out to FERROTHORN, but this is fine. Throw goes down. Throw did a good job in this game. I don't have the greatest switch into Kommo-o now, but that's fine. I can go out into something like FERROTHORN and get up rocks, and they should be here to stay, because I don't think he's going to have defog on this thing. Or I could leech sheet first. Leech sheet's always nice. I'll throw up, oh, this is tough. I'll seeds first. I'll leech seed first. And then I'll throw up rocks. Unless he swords dances, then I'll just gyro ball, because I need to get rid of the threat if he swords dances here. As he just dual wings me, I'm cool with this. That does like legit nothing, and Iron Barbs chip's gonna be really helpful here. So yeah, I'm cool with that. As long as I hit the seeds, it'd be nice, as I do. And now I can throw up rocks, and rocks should be here to stay. Get leftovers, leech seed back, so I don't lose too much health out of the turn, and the Scyther's getting whittled down. So yeah. Once I throw up rocks, I won't have to do it again, and that's what we're gonna do. He could switch out on the Kommo-o here, but I'm not. That could be a little bit troublesome because I don't have throw anymore. As he goes out into the WEEZING, so I'm fine with that. And rocks are good there. Now I just go back out into Gauge every time. So I want to keep this thing around. I don't want to get burned. That's what I should say. I'm just kind of scared about the Kommo-o at this point. I can always revenge it. It's just if it gets in to get something for free, it kind of gets a kill here. Because I don't think hard comp phase is going to be the play. As this is a new face. It's the Kommo-o. Okay, so speaking of which, there it is. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm not a big fan of the play, but I think I just stay in and Dragon Pulse. I think I just stay in and Dragon Pulse. I don't want this thing setting up in my face. The T-Spike's gone. It's be nice. I Dragon Pulse. I can't let this thing set up. If he kills me, then WEEZING becomes a little bit more of a problem. But FERROTHORN can still technically beat it. So I should have switched out. I don't even live to hit, which is unfortunate. And we're going to die. So definitely could have played that better. He's leftovers. Okay. Oh no, he's Throat Spray. Okay. So he was Clanger's Soul. And now it's either Comfey or FROSLASS, and I kind of like FROSLASS, though the fact that what's his face's scarf makes me a little bit uncomfortable. The HEATRAN. Though Comfey doesn't really solve that problem either, right? So I'll go out into the FROSLASS here, and well, he's not in range of triple AXEL. Tough. Let me see Kommo-o here. He's the Clanger Soul set. Yeah, this is definitely a losable game, 100%. Actually, if he's offensive, he probably does die to FROSLASS. And I don't know if he'll risk it. So yeah, that's tough. I'm not sure how I feel about this game yet, but we'll see what happens. I kind of want to substitute, but if he's clanging scales, then crap. that would be bad. I am losing a lot of time, but I'm cool with it. I think triple axel is simply the play here. If I get all 3 hits on whatever comes in, that would be like best case. I could see something like a Scyther sack almost, or a Weezing sack, but that would be fine. I would be completely okay with that. Preferably Scyther, but either or is fine. It makes FERROTHORN less important and makes it more of a sack later. I probably could have calm-minded with Comfave. I'm not fast enough. As he switches out, I hope, is it HEATRAN? Weezing, okay. This should two-shot with rocks up. So we'll see. A little bit of damage. Please hit. Okay, yeah, 100%. I almost want to spike, but I don't think that's going to be the smart play. Oh, I did knock off its item, so I had the triple axel again, actually. I might sub. If this thing only has Sludge Wave as an attack, I think subbing might be a better play. I don't think I need the HP on this thing. Yeah, let me sub and see what he does. Because then I might be able to get some free spikes up. And you can't paint split a sub. Will-O-Wisp, perfect, perfect. And now I can spike up. Yeah. And that crucial chip could be really nice for something later. That INTELEON is so scary in the back still. I don't want to sugarcoat that. That is just such a big threat. So I can start hazard stacking him. I hope he doesn't have a fire move. I feel like he will. As he has the flamethrower, okay. So I just triple axel and knock this thing out. As we hit 1, we need the second one. Okay, nice. Weezing goes down, so having Dragology dead isn't as big of a deal now. And now we have a spike up and we have a rocks up, so that's really nice. Oh, there's no TOGEKISS in this game. I still have it written down here somewhere. I'm so scared of that INTELEON in the back. That thing can very well still win. As HEATRAN comes out, I'm cool with this. As this thing is Scarf, so I think I'm going to lose a Pokemon to this thing. But you can never switch back in. Let's think here. I definitely sack this. So like that's, I'm not questioning. I sack this. It's. Actually, I'll just. I think Spike might be even better. Yeah, Spike's even better. Wonder what he's gonna do here. So he goes for the flamethrower. This will knock me out. That's FROSLASS drops. I'm starting to think I can Calm Mind in front of this thing, right? HEATRAN, because this thing can never come back in. Or do I just go into Rotom and plot up? That's what I'm thinking I should do here. Yeah, I think I just go out into Rotom and plot. Yeah, that's what I do here. And this thing dies. I believe Kommo-o should die to stored power after Rocks and Spike, and at +2, of course. I am faster than it because of my speed investment, of course. So we just nasty plot here. Comfy was not bad if I Calm Mind, so he stays in, yeah, so this is not bad. That is a lot more than I would like it to. I almost want to plot up till he puts me in the Salic Berry range. Let's see here. That did so much. That did, I'm down to 86. Jeez. So down to 69, that's funny. I don't think he puts me in range of Salak, which is an issue. So I think I just T-bolt here. Hopefully he does, but I don't think he's going to. I might have messed this up. As this thing will drop. Maybe I should applaud it. I don't know. I might have just choked right there. HEATRAN drops here. Yeah, I think I just choked that. Because I need to be in Salak berry range. Kommo-o is still nice, but the fact that he hasn't Dynamaxed yet just makes it so much harder for me to beat that thing, INTELEON. Yeah, I think I just throw. I honestly just think I just throw. He can't go into Kommo-o. I kind of hope he goes into Kommo-o, just gives me a free kill here. That would be best case, but I don't know what he'll do. Wait, that's Kommo-o, isn't it? Okay. I'm stored powering here. Should knock it out. Maybe not. It's my only play. We'll see if he decides to stay in. Stored power. As he drops. Okay. Alright. Alright. Not bad. So Kommo-o just dies. Gives FERROTHORN a leeway to possibly win the game. I do not have a grass move on my FERROTHORN, which I'm kind of wishing I did right now. We'll see what happens. FERROTHORN's still a nice health. He can't focus energy in front of me. I'm not going to let him do that. And without focus energy, he only does so much damage to me, right? As he brings out... okay. I don't have a crazy amount of time, but I still am feeling like I'm in an okay spot here. Yeah, I'm going to just attack this thing. I don't mind losing this at this point as long as FERROTHORN is in. These U-turns. I hope I live. If I live, the game might be over. As I don't live. I am offensive, so I'm not really shocked about that. So what I do now is go out into FERROTHORN and Leech Seed. Because he should never be able to knock me out with a crit if I'm at full health. As he takes some good chip. Yeah, I'm at very high health still. FERROTHORN's gonna come out here. And we'll see how I deal with this thing. It is a close game. I'm actually really happy with how this game is going. As I Leech Seed here, because if he Dynamaxes, I get more health back. We'll see. I kind of hope he Focus Energies that let me get back up to full. Life Orb could still beat me here. Definitely could. I might have to play some switching games if that's the case. Since I have a little bit of chip on me. So we'll see what my opponent wants to do. Again, this has been a very good game. I'm happy with how this is going. I might have choked the throw time a little bit, because if I procced Salak, I probably just won on the spot. Because I probably could have... I don't think Flamethrower would have 2-coded me there, as he just Dynamaxes, so he should never be able to knock me out here. He's going to Sting. He might even max Darkness to lower my Spit F, which would be really good on his part. We'll see. Do not have power up on this thing, as I really wish I did. It might come back to bite me. As he goes for Airstream. Okay, I don't think this is gonna... Oh, that's fine. I'm cool with that. The speed doesn't really matter in here at all. As I please hit this. Nice. That was a big hit. I really needed to hit that Leech Seed there. And now I can body press this thing. It looks really funny how small the seeds are. As I get Not as much as I thought I was getting back. As he's been airstreaming. How much is Comfey taking? Not a comfortable amount, I can tell you that. So I have to body press, I think. I'm not sure how I feel if it comes down to Comfey versus SCYTHER, I won't lie. He just airstreams again, okay. That is a little bit more than last time, I think. Because I just press. Does a decent chunk. We'll see if I live this next one. With plus the leech sheet recovery. This is close. This is close. I think I might be okay though. I think I press. I think I just body press. We'll see. As I live, thank goodness. That's huge. That's a huge live. That's so big. I don't knock it out with leech seed, unfortunately, here, but we'll see. What should I do now? This probably comes down to Comfey versus the SCYTHER. As I think I just press here, right? Or I gyro ball. Gyro ball is actually the smarter play. As he ice beams. We'll see how much this does. I kind of hope I live. I do, which is great. And I knock this thing out. So this goes down. This is so close. Oh my goodness. And we have like no time left. I might still lose this game. I forget how much SCYTHER's at. But he is boots, so he's not Eviolite. Kind of wish I was Pixie Plate, but hey. As yeah, he's boots. And I just stay in and click Gyro Ball here. You can't Swords Dance, which is nice at least. Hope he doesn't run out of time. He's really close to the time. See, Brick breaks. Smart. Knocks me out. Iron Barbs chip. Going to Comfey. I'm at full health, which is really nice. I don't think Draining Kiss is 2-coing this, which is an issue. And I don't get enough from. I need to just Draining Kiss twice and hope I live. Or I 2-co it, meaning. I really wish I was Pixie Play here. It would matter. Oh, that's 2-coing. Alright, I need to live this. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Wow. He could be Quick Attack, but I don't know if that... If Technician Quick Attack could still be a thing. But no, I always prioritize it. I win this game. I win this game. GG to my opponent, Cahoots. Oh my goodness, this game was nuts. This was all over the place. Comfey coming in clutch here, knocking out the SCYTHER, and we're gonna move up to 4-0. So again, GG to my opponent. This was a really good game. Probably the best UPA game we've had so far. I've had fun with all 4 of these games, but this one was definitely the closest. Came down to the nitty-gritty, and we did it. So let me message my opponent, GG, and how close that was. So good. That was awesome. I was scared I wasn't gonna 2-co SCYTHER, but since he was an Eviolite, he's not crazy bulky. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I surely enjoyed this battle. Next week we face off against Shay. I remembered because it's Shay, one of my favorite people to battle. And that'll be next week's battle. Thank you for watching. Make sure to go check out my opponent. His link will be in the description below. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna hang out and have a good day.